But this is the most live-streamed event on planet Earth. 春晚, the CCTV New Year's Gala, regularly puts 700 to 800 million live viewers. That's about 10% of the entire population of planet Earth. In peak years, total reach of one single program exceeds 1 billion viewers. An average program of Chinese New Year Gala is 5.6 times of the view counts for FIFA and 8 times of Super Bowl, including dances, singings, skits, performances, and speeches from every known actors in the Chinese entertainment industries. Okay, it's an honor for any Chinese person to be on this show. While older generation of Chinese watch and respect this program, a lot of young Chinese netizens actually complain that it's very outdated. But complaining or not, people still eat it up every single year. They really brought on robots doing martial arts. Right off the bat, the fighting style that you're using here is called Sanda, which is mixed Chinese martial arts, which is the exact style that Bruce Lee actually practiced. So there's definitely some level of like self-adjustment after the robot landed. Are you impressed by this robotic technology? Let me know in the comments. Are you pro or against over roboticizing our world, making machines so powerful? Of course, today these robots are holding these like really cute Chinese ancient weapons. But what if they started holding machine guns and this kind of stuff in the future? That could be a really scary future, no? So the song they're actually using here is reminiscent of the Shaolin Temple kind of like movie theme songs. Usually in old Chinese martial arts films, this type of songs are always in the background. But in current new Chinese martial art films, these are actually not too common, so it's pretty nostalgic. Whoa! Wukong staffs! Holy shit! Wow! Dude, the motion sensor on these robots are crazy, guys. The sticks they're using here is called Changgun. It's one of the weapons of the Shaolin Temple, and it's a really common weapon for anyone practicing Chinese martial arts. You've probably seen your local Chinatown, like old man using this weapon before on the street, right? They will probably carry on their back. And once you get really good at this, you can evolve into using a spear. These kids are actually pretty cute, but just remember that this is one of the hardest shows to get on in China, period. These kids work extremely hard. They probably train like 15-hour days to just achieve this. This backflip specifically is actually really common as a movement in Beijing opera. It's actually considered the fundamentals of Beijing opera, which means most of the actors need to be able to do this 10 and even 20 backflips in a row. So I think like in this section, the humans are still better, right? As you can see, with the fluency of the movement, and the robots literally stand still properly. Okay, what they're using are actually called hulu. It's a Chinese plant. In ancient China, people use hulu, which is this thing that they're holding here. It's a plant, but they're taking out for it to contain usually alcohol or water. So it's like an ancient Chinese water bottle. The masters of martial arts can actually use this as a weapon as well to store like air, which is qi, and to use hulu and the qi within it to actually attack people. But that's fantasy. That's martial arts, movies, books, literature. That's intentional. Seems intentional. Okay. Now the question is, are these robotics actually robots? Are they doing these movements based on program, or there's someone like remote controlling them? You know, that would be really different. So these robots learn to use nunchuck too. This specific part of extremely fast movement in martial arts is usually considered to be Shaolin Kung Fu, which is the martial art that they practice in Shaolin Temple, which is in the central of China. And this specific style is really good for combat when you're actually facing someone on a battlefield. If you lost your weapon, you can use this style of attack to destroy the enemy soldiers. Robot giants. Like an Iron Fist character. The weapon that the giant robot is using is called a jian, which is a Chinese sword. It's shaped like that, and usually in ancient battlefield, it's not supposed to swing like this, no? But the reason why I swing like this is because in the competition of modern martial arts, to be safe for the participants, they're usually really bendy, so then it doesn't actually hurt anyone. Something we didn't expect before GTA 6. It's martial art robotics. That's an incredible show, and it goes out to show like how Chinese robotics is actually pretty advanced right now, especially with the motion tracking and their movements. And you can also see some cultures from China, which is the ancient martial arts. Amongst the newest generation of Chinese, a lot of young people are actually picking back up martial arts in the streets of China today. So you can see in parks, there's a lot of people actually practicing traditional martial arts more than 5 years ago. And guess what? This entire gala is 5.5 hours long, which I will cover in the video tomorrow of every single show and what's cool about it. And some fun fact to know about every single act in this entire Chinese New Year gala. I will have that video ready for you tomorrow, and so stay tuned. Follow this channel, subscribe to this channel. You will learn so much more about Chinese culture if you're interested in this topic. I'm TJ, this is 1 Minute China. Peace out.